Hi, I'm Paul Kenny. Just a short video about the importance of music and music education. It is extremely important. It goes hand in hand with other school subjects like maths, English, sciences, history, all the subjects like that. Except music actually involves all of those put together, the way it works. So it's an extremely important thing to have in a child's life and in any adult. In an adult's life as well. I've been teaching for over 30 years now, and showing my age a little bit. But to the amount of students that I've had come through my door into this teaching studio of all ages, from the 4 or 5 year olds that are still like learning their alphabet and counting and things like that, right through to I think the oldest student I've had was in their nearly 90, I think, from memory, who wanted to do it to help with their arthritis in their hands, to learn how to play an instrument, something they've always wanted to do. Now that's fantastic, seeing something like that in an adult person of that age, to be looking at music and something that they've been longing to do for their entire life, and they've got to that stage in life and they think, wow, I want to give that a go and do something that's beneficial and something to help them. But with music and children, it is something that is truly a wonderful thing. It should be made part of every child's life in one way or another. You know, I'm a little bit partial to the piano, keyboard instrument, as you can see behind me here. But it really doesn't matter what instrument. Music is a universal language, and it can be taught from the early ages of a child's development. There are some music programs around that children as young as 2 and 3 can start to learn rhythm and with tambourines and shakers and things, and just listening to music and being involved with it, right through to when they would probably officially start reading music, music notation, probably around the age of 5, give or take, because every child is different. You have to shape and change your teaching techniques to suit each student. Everyone is different. And it doesn't matter if it's a child or an adult. Everyone learns at a different pace. Everyone absorbs information differently, and you have to change and adapt your teaching methods to fit in with the student. I've got students that would never ever look or never listen to classical music, for instance. So I have to change my teaching method there and write out arrangements of easy to play arrangements of some of the songs they might like, or some of the things they might hear on iTunes or something like that, and right through to other students which will only play the classics, or students will only play or like listening to jazz music and things like that. So you have to change your teaching method and adapt to the student. Adult students are totally different again. They certainly know how to count in their alphabet, reading and that. So it goes at a different pace. Most adults are interested in learning a chord method because they've got a keyboard or something like that. So again, you have to change and adapt to each individual student, and that's great. It's wonderful. It can be challenging, and it's good for the students because you're catering your teaching and the passing on of your knowledge to them at their level and the pace that they can absorb that information. And it's a wonderful thing. As I said, music does so many things, particularly with children. It should be involved, every child should be involved in music some way or form or another. Private tuition is fantastic. That's what I do a lot of, and one-on-one, so just me and the student here or over in my studio, recording studio area with all my keyboards and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we do all sorts of things, from just the basic type of music tuition, learning how to play, reading notes and things, to theory, to taking that to the next step, the next level, where students are composing music, they're being creative, they're getting their ideas down not only on the keyboard but onto paper, and that is a very important thing. As I said earlier on, music is a universal language, and to think that you can grab a book or a piece of music, a piece of sheet music, and that was written 400 years ago by a composer like Bach or Handel or someone, you know, or even Mozart, Beethoven, all the guys, and you are reading through time. You are literally being able to play the emotions and feeling and what the piece is about, if it's from an opera or from wherever. But in 2017, hundreds of years later, we are still playing the same music written by a composer in another part of the world, another country. And we can perform it exactly how they wrote it back then. It's like a bit of a time machine, really. It's like Alice in Wonderland jumping in the rabbit hole and coming into this wonderful world that music can give you, and it's just absolutely amazing. So to think that there's that, and I encourage students to, once they learn it the traditional way, to put their own little spin on it, sort of modernize it, pull something that was written in the 16th, 17th century, 18th century, bring it into 2017. They might change the rhythm a little bit. They might add a few little notes or something a little bit different to make it theirs. Throw some 7th and 9th chords and stuff like that in. So it's being creative. Once the students get to that level and being able to play and express from here and from here, and then write their own music and start exploring the rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland. It's quite an adventure that the child's going on simply by their parents saying, would you like some music lessons? Would you like to have some piano lessons? It's a wonderful thing. I know personally with what I've done over the years with working in nursing homes, a music specialist, and seeing elderly people's face light up when you play an old song that brings back memories, and the way music helps with dementia patients. I've seen people with my music compositions that I've done and all the albums I've produced around the place as well, and just the joy that they sit back and listen to some relaxing music, and what that does is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing, right through to playing and performing and running orchestras as a conductor and musical director, and choirs like I'm doing this afternoon. We have a performance with a choir that I'm the musical director of, and it's just wonderful, a thing that is simply called music. It's as simple as that. So please, people, make sure that your child or children are involved in music in some way. Get them involved. It opens doors, it opens their way of thinking, their way they express themselves, and it is truly a wonderful thing to be part of. Music, make it part of your life. It's as easy as that. So I'm Paul Kenny. Thanks for allowing me to present this little video and these last few minutes of your life that you've sat back and listened to me chat on. Once again, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. I say this all the time to everyone, and make music part of your life, part of your child's life. Involve your family, your friends, everyone. Stand beside the piano while your child is practicing. Listen to them play. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you very much.